Hey guys, back in the shop today. Well, I got the motor out in the gearbox. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tear this gearbox apart. Having some issues with it popping out of gear while it's racing. So I'm gonna pull the gearbox apart. There's no gaskets, it's just RVT sealant, so it'll be pretty easy. Won't cost me any money to tear this apart. But there's shifting sleeves in here that will get worn out, which I've seen on the schematic. So I think those are getting worn. I'm gonna pull this apart and check the bearings and everything, and and check those shifting forks and shifting sleeves to see if they get worn out. So I'm gonna pull this apart. Never had one of these gearboxes open, so that's gonna be new to me, and hopefully I don't lose any parts in there. All right, let's get into it. This is your shifting sleeve here, and these, as you can see, let's see if I get this thing out. This grabs your gears, and see how worn. This is supposed to be a lot wider. It's supposed to be wider this way, and you can kind of see how it's egg shaped. So these will get worn. You can really see on this one here. I'm gonna have to get these new shift plates. So what happens is this gets worn, and then it won't cut your gear when you put it in gear. It won't catch these gears. It catches this right here. It grabs in between here in this gear. It grabs in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this. So far everything else looks pretty good. None of the gears are chipped up or anything like that. But these shifting sleeves do wear out, this part right here. Some of the stuff has to be pulled apart from the other side of the case here. It splits again on this other side. I'm going to try and inspect everything from this side so I don't have to pull the other side off. Just get in here and look at everything. Everything else seems to be pretty good on this. All the bearings are good and tight. The seals weren't leaking. The shift forks are fine. Everything seems to be pretty good. So how this transmission works is you shift your lever, and it moves these here. These have grooves in them, which these shifting forks sit on. It moves this here, you know, back and forth, which then will engage your gears here. You can see, like, this would be high, low. There's also park, so I believe it's in park right now. This would be your reverse, that little notch you feel when you shift it, reverse. You got neutral, high, and then low there, and then that will turn that shifting fork, engaging the shifting sleeve into the gears here to make them spin. Also, you can see this is how your four-wheel drive gets engaged. There's your actuators on the side here, and there's a pin, and it moves this pin back and forth on the shaft, and there's a sleeve in there that catches onto the splines of your through shaft. So that's how your four-wheel drive will work, or it gets engaged. But like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. If I'm going to order this gear or not, or just run it. I'm definitely ordering the shifting sleeve because that is shot, and I'll show you the new one. But as far as everything else, I'm just going to clean it up and put it back together when I get the new shifting sleeve and maybe this gear. So hopefully you guys learned something here. I've never had a transmission or a gearbox apart. I do not want to take any of this apart because I have no idea how it goes back together. I'd have to video it so I can do that, but this is as far as I'm going to dig into it. Everything else looks good, and I'll catch back with you guys when I get the new parts and we'll put them in together. Alright, so we got this gearbox all apart. I took it apart because a couple races, or last 2 years ago, it would jump out of gear. I was riding through a field and for some reason it would pop out of gear, and this is what happens is this is your shifting sleeve here, which goes into this gear, which I already took the C-clips off. This is your gear here. And this will get worn. This shifting sleeve won't catch this gear, and it'll pop out, actually pop out of gear engagement. So you can see this is worn here. This gear was $175 brand new. This is a shifting sleeve. This is what catches here on that gear, and it gets worn, kind of egg shaped. I don't know if you can really see, but it's really worn on those leading edges there. So I spent the money. I got a new gear, new shifting sleeve. This is a brand new one. You can see how sharper that edge is there. I don't know if you can see the difference here. Probably not. How worn. You can see this part is a lot wider on this. So, and I also got a new gear. Put that on there. So I also found the C-clip that holds this on was chewed up pretty good, so I got a new one of these. I'm gonna put this all back together now. Use RVT on the side of this. You're supposed to smear down with your finger real light, and I'm gonna put a bead on the case here, and push that on. And then these bolts here are torqued to, I believe, 89 inch-pounds. So go ahead, put this all back together here, put it on the gearbox, and get that all back together. Everything else in here looks good. All the bearings look good, so I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm just gonna fix these shifting sleeves, and hopefully that will fix my shifting or popping out of gear problem with this when I'm racing. So let's get after it. Alright, according to the package on this RVT sealant, you just want to snug these bolts and then in an hour come back and torque them down, which I said before is 89 inch-pounds. So I'm going to snug these up and then wait an hour and then actually torque them down. Alright, got the transmission all back together, got all them bolts torqued down, and I gotta move on to the frame. I gotta get this frame fixed and welded up, and it'll be the next video, so stick around. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.